Well, we have begun sheetrocking, and sheetrocking is up there in the things I hate more than anything else in construction. It's terrible. Insulation and sheetrocking, those are the two things I hate more than anything else. But we're gonna do it anyway, because I got a couple of quotes, and the cheapest one was $12,000 to sheetrock, mud, and tape this garage. So material-wise, I can do it for about $1,500 plus my labor. So my dad is up there right now on the scaffolding, installing blocking in the corner so that when we put the piece of sheetrock up, we have something to screw it to. We're just using some scrap 2x6 I've got. He'll get that installed. And then we also have some leftover insulation from insulating the garage in my house that we're going to stick up in this area right here. Because that area won't be accessible once the sheetrock's installed, but the rest of the attic space will get the blown-in insulation after all the sheetrock is up. So we made a wooden rack on top of a pallet, and we're going to use my pallet forks and the tractor to try and lift this piece of sheetrock up into that upper corner. Let's see how it goes. That went surprisingly well. I didn't think that was going to work as well as it did. It's up there in place. And I can climb up there, kind of shift it around by hand and put some screws in, and then we'll lower it down and go on to the next one. So as you guys can tell, the tractor and the little lifting thing we built worked pretty well to get this thing up in here. It's a lot better than using a sheetrock jack. This first one was the hardest one because the scaffolding was up against the wall. The more we go that way, the easier it's going to get because we'll be able to get around three sides of it. We're also going to stagger the seams, so instead of running a full sheet out here, we'll cut it to here and we'll put this piece in and cut around this light and get it up in place. You believe me yet?
I don't know.
We have light. You can see that we are coming along on the sheetrock for the ceiling. It's kind of been kicking my butt, to be honest with you. We started 4 weeks ago. We put up about half of it. And then I got busy doing other things, and then it got really hot, so then I didn't want to work on it. And so then I came out yesterday and started working on it again, and super hot out here, really wasn't paying attention, wasting 3 pieces of sheetrock. I cut one wrong, then I installed one wrong, and then I stepped on one. Anyway, we're back at it though today. I went down and picked up the last 4 sheets of sheetrock, which are in the back of my truck. This is just for the ceiling, and that'll allow me to get the insulation blown in up in the ceiling so that I can potentially put a heater in here and at least keep the chill off if I make it all the way to winter without finishing the walls, which I kind of suspect that will be the case. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and get the 4-wheelers out of the way, and we'll start bringing a piece of sheetrock in here and get it cut to shape. So I gotta be honest, my dad's been helping me a lot on this, but the few days I've worked on this alone, it's a difficult moving a full 4x8 sheet of plywood by yourself, as anybody that's messed with sheetrock should know. But I picked up the little carry-all thing, I guess. What is this thing called? Panel carrier from Stanley. Thing works phenomenal. Makes life a little bit easier. But my dad just showed up and he's walking up here, so shouldn't have to use that for the rest of the night. Finished up in this far corner. You can see we've got the attic access, we've sheetrocked around all of that, and we've got the couple of air manifold or air outlets coming through the ceiling, along with a couple of plugins for some reels that I'll eventually get up there. But for right now, I'm going to work on actually getting this piece of cradola taken apart because it's in my way. I don't want to store it outside. This was just a bunch of scrap 2x4 I had. Worked really well, as you saw in the time lapse. I was able to set sheetrock on here and lift it right up tight to the ceiling. Doing it without this would have been just a real challenge. You can get sheetrock jacks, but this is a 12-foot ceiling, and a sheetrock jack at 12 feet is really unstable. This just worked really well. But now it's in my way, so I'm going to get it all taken apart and out of my way. Like I said at the beginning of the video, sheetrock is up there in the top 2 things I don't like doing. But this came out well, and it saved me a significant amount of money doing it myself. This is a 28 by 32 foot ceiling. But using the tractor and the lift that you just saw me take apart, it went really good. I'm glad I got it done though. I am really glad to be done with it. I hate sheetrocking. I hate sheetrocking ceilings more than anything. I hope you guys got some takeaways out of this video. I think that the wooden rack I built on the pallet, and I used my pallet forks on my tractor to lift the sheetrock up, worked really well. Really happy with that. That was just scrap wood I had lying around, screwed everything together, and pretty happy with that. It worked really well. So there's not a lot to take away from this. I mean, sheetrock on the ceiling just, it's a real big pain in the butt. That yellow rolling staging you saw in the video came in really handy. I was really glad I had that. That's actually 2 sets of staging. Well, I'll say 1.5 because I don't use the legs from the other half a set, but it makes it a lot more stable to have the 2 shelves on there. And it worked really well. I'm really glad I have that stuff. In my garage, it's 28 by 32, and the floor is pretty flat, so I'm able to roll around here pretty nicely. When I keep everything cleaned out of here, it works really well. I hope you guys got something out of this video. If not, maybe you just enjoyed watching it. Definitely check out, I'll have my garage build linked up here my brother's house build. Definitely hit the subscribe button. That always helps me out down the road. I hope you guys got something out of this, and I appreciate you watching.